drum day in the studio. We've got Bleeding Harp in the house. We are doing some live tracking. They're covering Whipping Post, which is a bitch and tune. Got Andy Sinisi on drums, Jeff Marshall on guitar, Jeff Coleman on guitar, Rick Fierrabracci on bass, Leo Tizer, Loutizer on organ, and who's singing this? Dug Pinnick is going to be singing this. But we are cutting this, minus the vocals, live. So check this setup out. We're all in the same room, cutting it live off the flow. So we got our drum set up. I think we have 11 mics on the kit. You know, nice old Gretsch. Now, we've put the guitars on both sides of the drums. So over here we have Jeff Marshall's rig. He's running his Kemper head into his Bogner. You know, simple little effects down there. We've got two 4-inch, basically a 4x4 baffle next to that amp to block out some of the drums from those mics and block out the guitar from getting into the drums. On this side we have Jeff Coleman's rig, same thing, except he's got one hell of a pedal board. Check this here. Look at this, crazy. This is cray. That's some cool stuff right there. Sounds good too. Good old Marshall right there. And the same thing here. Look at this side. You can see we've got basically a 4-foot wide by 4-foot tall panel in between the drums and Jeff's rig. You would be surprised, there is next to no bleed. I mean, it is insane how separated these sounds are. And it sounds amazing. Now, for Lau, we've got him on the back side of the room. I've got the Leslie over here in the corner. And I have two, basically, these are 5 feet tall. So it's 4 feet wide by 5 feet tall. We've got 3 mics, mic in the tone wheel. We've got 2 up here on the top. Condenser down on the bottom, which actually is a 4050. And we've got 2 ATM 650s on the top. And those baffles are just blocking out some of Big Red getting into there. And he's also further away from the drums, but it's blocking that out as well. Paul, we've got Harp going too. So we've got another amp set up over here in the corner with 1 baffle. Let me get this way so you can get an idea of where things are. So we got drums, there's Jeff Marshall, Jeff Coleman's rig. And then right here is Paul's Harp rig. He's got a couple simple pedals right there. But it's just 157 we've got running on here with 1 simple baffle, just blocking things out. And actually, we really don't have that much bleed between the organ and Paul's rig. It's impressive how isolated all this stuff is. Now, everything is running, we're not using any external pre's, we're all running through the Trident 88, every single thing. A little compression, kick and snare going through the Joe McNeese's. I have the overheads going through the Day King, just getting a touch. The bass, oh, how can I forget Rick's setup here? This is nice and simple. We're actually tracking him, we had the amp in for while we were rehearsing, just so everybody could play, but we're actually doing him direct because bass does tend to take things over and kind of ruin other sounds just by the rumble. So we're using a JDI, a radial. And he's got his tuner and this fantastic sounding Padula bass, which is awesome. Everybody's got their own headphone mix, so they can do everything, you know, have separate mixes so everybody's happy, all running through the console. Rick is going through one of the Warm Audio 1176s. Then the only other compression I'm doing, I'm taking the drums, the kick and the snare, and I'm running them through the Tonelux TX5C compression as parallel compression, and I'm smashing them in that over compression mode on that compressor, just blending that in, and the drums sound great. When they start tracking, we'll get to hear, I'll get another video going of how it sounds in there, because it's sounding killer. So one more time, let's go around the room. We got Dr. Coleman over here with the baffle. Got Mr. Andy Sinisi right here. Baffles on both sides of the drums. There's Jeff Marshall's rig. Then we keep sweeping around over here to Lau's rig, the organ. And I'll keep sweeping around the room to Paul's rig over in the corner. And back to the bass. Boom, that's everybody. It's pretty cool. I can't wait for them to get this out. It's fun cutting live like this because it sounds killer. The energy in the room, they're playing off each other. And like I said, amount of separation we have between instruments is absolutely insane. So stay tuned. We'll get some more video out. Woohoo!